Hey guys, it's Modern Dad, English Dan. It's Ohio and it's like, ugh, grey and raining. But I have got something for you tonight. It's the Galaxy Note 9 review. Is it as good as they say? We'll find out. Alright guys, so yeah, Galaxy Note 9. Been out for a little while now, a few weeks. I've had this since the day before it launched. I was one of the lucky ones who got it 24 hours early. Ooh, precious. Anyway, so yeah, is it as good as they say it is? Well, I'll tell you, and I'll tell you the God's honest truth. Let's give you a quick rundown of my history with the Note. It's really quick. I've owned every one of them, okay? My favorite Note was sadly the Note 7. And we all know what happened with that, don't we? But still, I had the Note 8, and the Note 8 didn't feel much really like a Note. It was like more like a Galaxy S8 Plus with a stylus. It had the small battery and things like that. It just didn't feel much like a Note. This year with the Note 9, even from the outside, even though it's iterative and it doesn't look much different, this year we've got a true successor to the Note. Give you a quick brief overview of what you get. You know, some people may have been living under a rock and don't actually know. So inside this you get the Snapdragon 845, latest and greatest from Qualcomm. 6GB of RAM in my model, but you can get an 8GB of RAM with 512GB of storage. This has 128GB of storage. Has an SD card tray so it can hold up to another half a terabyte of storage. I stopped because that's just crazy. Terabyte on a micro SD, and then if you had half a terabyte, you'd have a terabyte of storage on one of these phones. That's insane. Anyway, stereo speakers sound really well this time. They've done a really good job. Camera, got the same setup as the S9 and well, the S9 Plus, and it also has the dual aperture. Let me tell you, this takes better pictures than the S9 Plus. I don't know whether it's software related or they've done some sort of tweak to the camera, but it does take better pictures, which I will show you shortly. Has Bixby 2.0. Why? It's there, and on the Note 9, you can't disable it yet. Rumor is Samsung didn't want to disable it straight away to let people try and use it. But rumor is at the end of the month or the end of September, something like that, they're going to push a software update that's going to allow us to disable the Bixby button. Because I've hit that button so many times, I hit it every day so many times, and it makes me want to pebble skip my Note across a lake. Just the way it is. Sorry Samsung. Bixby, you could have saved a whole lot of cash and worked on something else, like an even faster in-display fingerprint sensor, and beat the competition. But you didn't. You went with an AI that is nowhere near as good as the AI that already comes on it by Google. Another story, we'll get into that later. Comes with a massive 4,000 milliamp hour battery. Whoo! That should be like, that's huge. That's what makes this phone a Note. And then it comes obviously with the S Pen. Now, a bit different the S Pen this year. Yes, it's also yellow, gold, whatever you want to call it. To me, it's bright yellow. Alright, comes with the blue variant only in this color. This is Bluetooth this time, so you can do a lot more features or a lot more things with this than what you could do previously. That I'll get onto as well in a little while. So in a nutshell, that's the Galaxy Note 9. But what will it do for you? Well, I'm going to show you. So first thing I want to talk about is the cameras. Actually, I'll let the cameras show themselves in the video. They're pretty damn good, so I'll just shut up. Watch this. So, like I was saying before, the cameras on this thing are kick-ass. And, I mean, I love the Note 9. The selfie camera, though, is a bit, it can focus hunt sometimes, and it doesn't want to make it as sharp as it could be, let's say. Like now. Did you see that? So, yeah, I mean, it's decent, the selfie camera, but it's nothing to write home about whatsoever. Stabilizes quite well. I mean, right now I've got this in an Osmo 2 by DJI, so you know it's going to look a lot better. But yeah, the fact that it focus hunts on me and things like that, you'll do better in the selfie cam department. The OnePlus 6 has a better selfie camera than this does, which, you know, is a $529 phone, but that's a whole new video, or a whole old video, because I've already done it. So you can go and watch that. I'll leave a link down there. Now, let's get to the rear cameras. So the rear camera on this thing is kick-ass. Like I say, I'm using the Osmo 2, but the stabilization on it is fantastic on its own anyway. Very detailed. Picks up focus real quick and easy. It's, I really do like this. And the onboard mics, that's what I'm using right now. I'm not using any microphones or anything like that, but the onboard microphones are really good and pick up the audio really crisp. Got some night shots to show you as well. Video at night isn't great because obviously the dual aperture doesn't work in the night mode. May do if you do it manually, but most people point and click, and that's what I'm going to show you. But yeah, as for pictures, night mode is, it's really good. But yeah, that's a quick look at the cameras on this. So yeah. Also, I'll just show you. This is Quad HD, QHD on the front camera, which isn't stabilized. It is what it is. I don't know whether the detail makes that much of a difference. It does still focus on it, I found. I don't know why, but yeah, like I say, front camera isn't everything on this. I'll show you a couple more with the back camera. Alright, now we're on 4K 60. Can only record 5 minutes at a time, 4K 60. So, going back past the best barbecue food trailer. Not sponsored by them, but they do give me food every now and then, let's just say that. So yeah, there's my truck. No stabilization, but it's still, I think it has electronic stabilization, which does a decent job from what I can see on the screen. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. So yeah, not bad. Alright, so that was the videos. Pretty impressive, right? Front-facing camera's a bit, yeah, you'll get the job done for your Instagram, your Facebook, and your duck face selfies. But everything else, it's whatever. Took forever for me to get focused when I first tried to do it. I threw that video away, so just be aware that it can focus hunt sometimes. Blah blah. Anyway, so let's talk about some photographs now. I've just took some close-up photographs, and you'll think I've used portrait mode, but I haven't. It's natural bokeh, and that's what's really good about the Note 8. You can get in really close to an item or plant or whatever, and the blur behind it is so natural. It just looks really, really good, as you can see on the pictures that I'm showing you now. It's really detailed. It picks everything up. I absolutely love the rear camera on the Note 9. It's a cut above. I'm also going to show you some night photos. Only a couple of them that I took because it's not night time now, but I took these a little while ago and they're amazing. It was pitch black. It was 10 o'clock at night. In fact, it was a night that Scott Peachy does his live streaming, and I sent him a couple of pictures and he was amazed by how good it was. So yeah, if you don't follow Scott Peachy, by the way, go follow him, go sub to him. He's a great guy. So's his bud never remember his name, and the links are down there to both of them. You're missing out if you don't. So yeah, that's the cameras for you. Next, we'll talk about performance. So, I have my Note 9 set up a little bit different. I use the Pixel launcher. I just prefer the Pixel launcher. I prefer the swipe up and everything's up and down. But as you can see, I mean, this thing is fast. I don't know whether it's placebo or whatever, but I think since I put the Pixel launcher on there, it's so quick. It's just so fast. It loads everything in. It's great. I get no lag going through Twitter or anything like that. If I want to play a game, I have no problem playing games either. Hopefully this isn't going to blow everybody's ears out. But yeah. Air Attack 2. And it just flies through things like this. So. I'm an old gamer. This reminds me of Thunder Force. There's another game as well that reminds me of Thunder Force. But as you can see, I mean, it just absolutely plows through the game. I'm not playing it right now, really. I'm just trying to show you. I'll show you another one as well that has some pretty intense graphics for one of these types of games. I'm not going to go into PUBG and things like that because you've already seen them. Fortnite on this thing. I'll show you Fortnite. Yeah, I've got Fortnite on the phone. I'll show you Fortnite because everybody loves a bit of Fortnite, right? But let's try another game. So, this is Skyforce. This has some pretty heavy graphics. And the Note, just choose through it. It's great.
Mission begins.
Looks like you've lost your plane. Again. Upgrade the new one and find out who's our enemy.
When you're ready. Right, so this game really does remind me of Thunder Force when I was younger. Back in the Sega Mega Drive days, or what did you call it over here in the United States, the Genesis. So, yeah, I mean it kills it. You can see it's got multi-layered graphics, and it has no problem. Everything's so silky smooth. So you take your finger off, it goes quiet and goes into slow motion as well, which is quite nice. A lot of games don't do that. You remove your finger and you're like, yeah, whatever, you're gonna die. This one actually tries to help you with that. Take your finger off, sound goes down, things like that. So yeah, so there's another game. Now let's load up Fortnite for you. I mean, look at how quick I've just got. I can go straight back into that, hit resume. The performance on this thing is crazy. I can just go straight back into air attack. There you go. I'm right back where I was. No reloading. Let's drop some bombs. I did that at about 5 o'clock after I'd eaten. Whew. Anyway, so, and then let's close this one. Look, I can just open Twitter and it's back to where I was. So, no problem. Let's load up Fortnite. I'll turn my airplane mode off. And we'll probably get a world of notifications coming through in a moment. But yeah, let's try Fortnite for you. We'll show you some of that. Everybody is into Fortnite right now. So, here we go. Let's turn it this way. Oh, look. Look, everybody. I'm going to get all the kids moaning and mithering me now. But I cannot give you a Galaxy skin. So do not message me. Otherwise, you'll be treated like the last people were that messaged me. But yeah, let's see. Isn't that great? Woo, nobody really cares. It's awesome. Just in case you hadn't seen it, there he is. See that? Are you mad, bro? Do you want it? You're not having it. If you do want one, though, if you go on Twitter and you add the name @OriginalDobo, I believe he's got plenty of these to give out. I don't know, he must have got some codes or something like that. But yeah, his name's Original Dobo. He's pretty awesome. And he'll probably hook you up with the Galaxy skin. Anyway, so let me go back to, let's play this. Let's show you it. Whatever. I'm not going to play it like I say. I'm just going to... Whatever. Peace out. I don't know whether it's just my Note, but it seems to be pretty laggy as well. Like, it misses frames sometimes, like when you do this. Sometimes it's absolutely fine, sometimes it's not. Maybe it's a setting I've got to change. I don't game on my phone, so mine is not for gaming. When I have a Note, I'm not the gamer. Anyway, you can see it runs Fortnite, no problem. A few jitters. I don't know whether that's just optimization for Android, maybe. I don't know. It's still a beta, wherever you come from, that's what it is. So, yeah. Welcome to Fortnite Android. Whatever. So, let's just show you again, though, quick. When it comes to power of this phone, there's Mr. West telling me he loves the Poco phone, or getting quite fond of it. Last week he was telling me how crap it was. Whatever, it's because he's Welsh. Alright, and then we can go right back to Air Attack 2, and it has to go back in portrait mode, but it's straight there again. It's not had to reload the app. Let's go back to Fortnite, if I'm not already dead. No, I'm still there, see? Not had to reload the app. Let's go back to Skyforce, and there we go. We haven't had to reload that app neither. So yeah, performance on this thing is fantastic. So next, let's move on to screen quality. The screen is fantastic too. So when it comes to watching movies on this thing, it's great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the screen's great as it is, and it's only set to full HD right now. I don't put mine up to the full resolution. I just don't see the point because my 42-year-old eyes don't see any benefit, and that's just me being honest. So, a lot of you can pixel peep and see. Doesn't bother me, so I keep it on the lowest, well, on 1080p, and it looks great. But they have this other thing on here, so not only have you got HDR, you've got video enhancer. And what it does is it enhances your videos and makes them brighter with more vivid colours. It's like having HDR without HDR. So it's like HDR with a bit more HDR on top, and I think it makes such a massive difference. It's great for when you're playing movies. So let me go to Google Play Movies and we'll show you something. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm in my library here now. So this is my Google Play library. You can see tons of Disney films. That's Leanne. That's Go Glam Yourself on my Twitter. That's all her stuff. Which is going to come in handy because, as some of you guys know, we're having a little miracle baby. And he should be dropping soon, like in 11 weeks-ish, 12 weeks-ish. So we've got all these Disney films. Not that we're going to have him sat there mashed out watching TV all the time, but they're there for that, you know, if we want to show him something, we've got the films to show him. So, yeah. Now I've explained my Disney catalogue away. Let's try and show you something on here. Something kind of Avatar is very colourful. Let's forward it in a bit.
Each tree has 10 to the 4th
And the
connections
sound.
to the trees around
Listen
it.
to the sound.
And there are 10 to the 12th trees on Pandora.
Which is a lot, I'm guessing.
It's more connections than the human brain. Get it?
So that's Avatar. Let's move it back into the forest section where they're fighting. I mean, it's amazing. Look at this. No other screen. I'd rather watch this than my LG OLED back at home. The screen on this is amazing. So let's check something else out as well. We'll pause that. Oh, that's a terrible film, Assassin's Creed. Sorry about that. Let's try something else as well. There's Mr. West. He's my man, Mr. West. I don't know why I've got double Bambi. Who knows? Because I'm just special like that. Let's try... We'll just try a cartoon, shall we? Let's play the trailer.
Flint?
Sam, big news. I'm going back to Swallow Falls to destroy the Flintstoner, which is creating deadly food monsters which are trying to learn to swim so they can attack Lady Liberty!
I'm coming.
What? Wait! Sam, it's gonna be deadly dangerous with a good chance of death.
And that's why we'll need help.
It's great.
Land at Swallow
For
Falls,
multimedia,
our first
this
objective
phone
is
is the
to
phone
get
to
my
have
lab.
for me.
I
I think it's fantastic.
computer to pinpoint the Flintstoner's location.
Let's show you some
Once we
YouTube
find it,
as well. Some YouTube. Oh look, we got YouTube dark mode. Let me just get this so it turns. I don't know why it's not turning. Alright, thank you. So, YouTube. As you can see, MKBHD is on my schedule, and he uploads films when I want to upload something, so we'll just wait till later. Just kidding. So, let's go and see. Who should we look for? Let's just type something in quick. So, here's a friend of mine, Dave West. Here's his latest video. Go watch it. Go and subscribe to Dave. He's an awesome guy. He's Welsh, but he can't help that.
What's going on, everyone? It's Mr. West. I hope you're all well. So this video is about the Poco F1. This is a European variant, so this is from clove.co.uk. If you bought your phone from a European seller, it's highly likely that the face unlock will not be activated. So in order to do that, it's very, very simple. What you first need to do is go into the region settings.
Anyway, I'm not going to show you how to do that because that's hijacking Dave's video, and I'm not going to do that. I probably should though, because I'd get more views, but you know, I'm a nice guy. I don't want to be that guy. Well, maybe come back later and I'll show you his video on my phone and another video, and we can take all his views. I'm just kidding, Dave. Calm down, Dave. Chill your beans, Dave. Let's show you another one, a favourite of mine. The latest from Jonathan Morrison. You guys don't know. If you don't know, if you've not been following along, Jonathan Morrison has been like my, let's say, social media guardian angel. He has done so much for me, including make this thumbnail. So if you don't sub to Jonathan Morrison and you're not one of them 2.5 million people, shame on you. Anyway.
For a living.
As always, Jonathan Morrison videos are just
Now the centerpiece
incredible.
of the setup is not something you would normally expect, and honestly, had I not collaborated with Tyler, I don't think I would have found this option either. So this is a 62-inch adjustable work table from Husky, which is something you grab from Home Depot rather than IKEA or a furniture spot, but it worked surprisingly well. So Tyler's in the midst of redoing his studio, which is why he was looking to do a desk
Look
setup.
at that screen.
And
You get what I'm saying? The colours on it and everything, the detail, it's fantastic.
Loaded on the desk, but with the freedom.
It's the best screen you can get. If you are coming from the S9 and the S9 Plus to the Note 9, you are going to get, I don't know how to do it, but you're going to get that bit better screen again. It's also a little larger at 6.4 inches. It's great. That's what she said. See, you didn't think I was going to do one, but I had to get that innuendo in there. Anyway, so yeah, it's got a little larger screen, but it's a little brighter, a bit more vivid. It's just, I don't know how Samsung do it, but when Samsung release a flagship phone, the screen on that phone is the screen to beat, and nobody can until Samsung beats themselves. So yeah, when it comes to multimedia like videos, things like that, it's superb. Let's go over a little bit of music. Alright, so I've just done my search for Bass Rebels UK. I'm from the UK, people, so I love the Bass Rebels. Got to give them just a bit of a shout out. They do non-copyright music, and it's very, very good. Go and give them a sub. Go and look what they've got. Use some of it for the videos. They're really fair, and they have some really interesting music on there. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. As you can see, the Red Lions, I listen to a lot of their stuff, and I've used a lot of their stuff as well. So this is what music sounds like, basically, on here. I wish I could play something more well-known, but we all know that I'd get shut down straight away. But yeah, here we go. If you used to watch my early videos, this used to be my intro tune. And I may go back to it eventually. Let's look at something I've never seen before from the DJ Quads. Here's something else. Obviously you've got the pinch to zoom, like I'm just showing you then, so it takes full advantage of the screen. Anyway, so there you go for music as well. So something else this phone can do, which your other phones can't, and I'll show you that in a second. So what makes a Note a Note? Other than the big battery and the fact that it's a big beast and you have to hold it with two hands. You know what's coming.
That's what she said.
Anyway, enough of that. So, yeah, it's a big beast. You have to hold it with two hands, but the Note comes with the S Pen. Now on the blue variant, the Ocean Blue, I believe it's called, you get the yellow S Pen. Isn't that pretty? But not only does it do all the note stuff like it used to, it also does other things. But I mean, you can do like your live message still. See, there's a little note to my boyfriend in Wales. But because, you know, I don't want to upset my other boyfriend in Canada, I'm going to give Red Skull Pro some love too. So yeah, I mean, you got this live message. You can send these as text messages. It doesn't have to be to another Samsung device. It doesn't have to be to just an ordinary Android device. It can be even sent to the iPhone, and they will still get the message that you've just drawn out, and they'll see you animated drawing it out. So that's the good thing about this. They haven't kept it within one system. It's, you know, it's open to any OS basically. So yeah, you've got that kind of thing, and then let's see, you've got your notes. So more than just writing, blah blah. Let's just flow through. Start. And there's, you know, I've done video ideas. There's a sync. If I want to modify it, I can do. But it does other things as well, like if I get close to the screen but don't touch it, see, it's giving me opening up a window so I can see exactly what it is without touching it, which is really handy. And then if I go down, it'll scroll as well, auto scroll. So the S Pen does everything that it used to do. There's my shopping list, look at that thing. Wow, scalp cream. I got no hair, people, alright? So Cadbury's chocolate. Now you know why I'm so chunky. English chocolate, bro, let me tell you. But anyway, it's another story. So yeah, there's that. But then there's things like I can take a selfie. I can leave my camera over in the distance, or my phone over in the distance, and by clicking the button on the S Pen that I've just dropped, by clicking the button on the S Pen, I can take a picture, which is really, really handy, believe it or not, if you want to get a big group photo in. Really handy. If I'm doodling away like I am here, I do drawings obviously better than this, but let's say I wanted to edit this and I'm listening to some music in the background and I'm busy here, blah blah blah, whatever. I've not even selected the pen, so I'll just pretend. There you go. So I'm just editing away and I'm listening to my music, but I want to change the song. I can press the button on the S Pen and the song will change. And you'll think to yourself, that's not really important, but guess what? When you're doing things like this, or if you're colouring in, or you're doing anything like that, you'll be surprised how handy that feature comes in. Because I listen to a lot of music when it comes to things like that. So it's great having to not exit the program, being able to change my music. So yeah, you can do other things as well. So yeah, as with the Note or any Samsung device, you get all the things in the world. You know, it gives you device maintenance, your lock screen type. I don't use the eye scanner because I find it doesn't work very well with glasses and it's kind of slow. Whatever. I use the fingerprint sensor, which I'll get to in a minute. Thankfully, they've moved it in the place where it should have been. Whoever thought last year that the S line and the Note line needed a fingerprint sensor there needs to go get a job in a sewage farm. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I just want them to have to deal with smelling the poop that we had to deal with last year. Anyway, so yeah, you've got all your advanced features, S Pen, games, Smart Stay, which is really good, and I'm going to turn it on. I don't know why I didn't have mine turned on. Smart Stay is when you're looking at the phone, the screen will stay on. It won't dim or anything like that. It knows you're looking at it. You got your one-handed mode. You got the gestures where you can open and close apps, things like that with the fingerprint sensor. I don't need to do that. I'm not big on that kind of thing. I'm kind of basic. You can do multi-window, which is obviously more than one app at the same time. This phone kills that. Absolutely kills it. Then you got all these other gestures like Smart Capture, Palm Swipe to capture, Direct Call, Smart Alert, Easy Mute, Swipe to call or send messages, Dual Messenger. That's pretty nice. So go glam yourself, my wife-to-be. sells jewellery on Facebook, and what I do, I go on there and I'm in the background with my foul mouth because I have a potty mouth, and you have no idea how hard it is for me to stay behaved in one of these videos. But she'll be on her account and I can jump on her account as well as be on my account and invite all the people that we know that comes to our live sales. Not everyone buys, they just come for the banter, because me and my wife, well, you'll just have to come along one night. If you want to know, just let me know on Twitter. The link to my Twitter's down below, by the way. But yeah, they're a riot. If you're easily offended, don't come. That's all I'm going to tell you. They're not safe for work neither. But yeah, it's a sale, the most unprofessional sale in the world, but you'll love it. Regardless, so I can use Dual Messenger and have her Facebook open as well as mine, and I can do all the invites and check things and share and all that. It comes in great. So Dual Messenger's good. Direct share, yeah, whatever, I've never had to use it. Video enhancer like I just had. I have my touch sensitivity on high, but I don't need to. I don't know why I do. I just always have. So yeah, you get a plethora of choices with the Samsung. Any Samsung. Software has got better over time, even though I'm using a different launcher. It is better than it used to be, but I'm still not big on the old Samsung, I can't remember what they even call it, Touch UI. It's not TouchWiz anymore, but it's whatever. I prefer the Pixel launcher and I prefer the plain look. I wish they would do, I know Android One is for budget phones, but I wish they would also add some real flagship phones instead. I mean, for me, a Galaxy Note 9 with Note features where the S Pen features work, but with Android One software, that would be hands down the best experience you could get on Android. I have no doubt about it. With the build quality, the screen, the S Pen, everything that the Galaxy Note can do, but give it some Pixel software, ooh, it'll be fast. You'll still have all your Note stuff, so your live message, you're creating GIFs, you're taking notes, you're editing messages, you're colouring books, you're whatever you want to do with your S Pen, plus the clicking of the button to change things. That would be fantastic. Will we ever get one? I doubt it, but you know, fat guy can wish. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's fast. I love it. It's great. The S Pen's great. You can't go wrong. So next, let's talk about the overall build quality of the phone. So when it comes to Samsung, we all know that they can really build a phone, and they just can. They're one of the best looking devices, best built devices that you can possibly get. Let's take it out of this case. This is the official Samsung case that looks like a Samsonite suitcase. I did a review on this. I'll put the link down below. I actually really like this case. It's kind of expensive, but it adds a lot of grip. It's got a nice kickstand. It's a real nice case. I also use another case with this, especially when I'm at work, and it's the Armadillo Tech Vanguard case, which is like an OtterBox, but doesn't cost the money of an OtterBox. I've got a video for that down there as well, where you can watch me throw this Note 9 like a ragdoll. You'll be impressed. So, links down there for all of that. So yeah, let's just move that to one side for now. So, yeah, build quality on these things are amazing. Alright, it's glass back. I'm not a big lover of glass back phones. They look great, but the problem you got is this. Alright, I've just cleaned this up before I put it on the table. But look at it already. Look at that. It looks like a crime scene. If I committed any crime and I dropped my phone, I'm going to get busted in no time. I mean, look at it. You're just not keeping this phone clean, which is a shame. I wish they'd be able to put some sort of coating. I don't know whether there is such a thing, but that would stop your phone from getting messed up like that, because I would love to rock this phone naked. I think it looks superb. But yeah, so glass back. There's your two cameras, your flash. There's your sensor for taking your heartbeat, which I even forgot existed. Fingerprint sensor. Now, alright, it is in a lot better place, but I still mispress it sometimes. It needs to be a bit lower, if you ask me, and a little bit more recessed. Maybe that's just me being picky, but I can't help it. That's just my opinion. The they carry on with the nice blue colour around the metal rail that goes around the sides of this device, which I really like. Some people go with like a silver or something like that. They just keep this all the way around. It catches the light really nice as well. It's just a great looking design. This phone is thicker than the Note 8 and it's also heavier than the Note 8. But that's because they put the bigger battery in it. And bravo to Samsung for doing that. I don't mind a thicker, bigger, taller phone if I'm getting the benefit of a taller battery. If you're wondering what the screen protector is on this, it's the white dome glass. The white stone dome glass, sorry. And there's a link to that down there as well. I did that this weekend while I was away in Kentucky. So, yeah, the build quality on this is fantastic. With the Note, alright, the S9, you get the real heavy curved screen. With the Note, I prefer it because it's a lot more subtle, the curved screen. It's, you know, it's not as pronounced. You just get more screen. I wish Samsung would actually still make a flat screen variant of some of their phones, especially the Note. I'd love a full-on flat screen Note, but I can live with this because I don't get palm issues. I mean, I'm a fat guy, and on the S9, my chunky paws here, I sometimes can, you know, do all this and get phantom touches on the screen, and just, let's say, it drives me crazy. Almost as crazy as this dedicated button on the side here. This thing here. Alright, the money that has cost in development is a joke. I hit that button probably 50 times a day. I'm on my phone a lot. It's in and out of my pocket a lot. And I open my screen and it's telling me something about Bixby and I don't even want to see it. Samsung, give me the option to remove Bixby from my phone, disable that. Even give me an official option so I don't have to use a third-party app to remap it. Because I hate it. I'm never going to use it. I think Google Assistant is far better. Bixby, some people like it, and I've tried it, I gave it a chance, and it's just not for me. Mr. Mobile, he on his video, he asked it for the location of somewhere. I did similar, and I got the same result as him. It got me lost. Come on, Bixby. It didn't know where the nearest Burger King was. I was sat in it like he was sat in a Dunkin' Donuts. Bixby's trash. I'm sorry. Sorry, Samsung. But you could do something far better with your money. Like I say, you could have worked on an all-screen fingerprint sensor for the money that you piled into Bixby and been way ahead of the competition. But you've not, and that's another complaint story for another time. This isn't for that. So yeah, build quality on the Note 9 is fantastic. It's iterative, yes, but that's okay because it just still looks that good. It's also IP68 rated, so it's waterproof, it's water resistant, let's say. I hate people using the term waterproof. The phone isn't waterproof, it's water resistant. There's a certain depth and amount of time before the IP rating becomes blah blah, you know. It's water resistant, and companies need to start saying that because they start saying, oh, this phone's waterproof. It's not waterproof. Always remember, your phone is resistant to a certain amount of water at a certain amount of depth for a certain amount of time. So yeah, I love the design of this. I love the colour. Like I say, I just wish it would stay clean, and then I wouldn't have to. I have to use a case. Not because I'm worried about breaking it. It just looks like trash when you pull it out your pocket. It looks great for 5 seconds and then, yeah. So, let's talk about the battery. It's 4,000 milliamps. Alright? It's got a huge battery. It's a huge Note battery. It's what makes a Note a Note. And I love it. I love the fact that it's got a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. And when they announced that, I was like, oh my days. I'm going to get 2 full days of battery, so if I do forget to charge my phone one night, I'm not going to suffer for it the next day. Well, that isn't the whole story. While it's got a giant battery, it gets me through the day. Alright, no problem. But like right now, what am I? I'm at 35% right now. I just saw it before I did that. But yeah, 35% battery life right now. And it's 7:47. I've had the phone on for just over 12 hours. Nearly 13 hours. Well, yeah, let's say 13 to 13 and a half hours I've had the phone off charge. which is still pretty good, but I also got similar results out of the OnePlus 6. So it's not like an amazing battery, and a lot of that's to do with the software, Samsung's whatever UI, I can't remember what it's called, and whatever, neither do you really. But yeah, so the battery's good, and it can get me through all day, probably a couple of hours the next day as well before I need to charge it. But luckily, you know, it does fast charge. I don't know why, but they've only gone with Qualcomm Fast Charge 2.0 like they did on the Note 8 and not 3. Maybe they're a bit worried about the battery in it after what happened with the Note 7. Whatever, kind of understandable, but yeah, it's still got fast charge, and it's also got wireless charging as well, which I don't ever use, so it's not something I really care about. But yeah, it's there if you want it. You know, if you've got a fast charger on your desk at work and you haven't charged it, you can just throw it on there and don't worry about it while you're doing your job, and it's just sat there charging up. It's not going to be an issue for you. So yeah, battery is okay. So, is the Galaxy Note 9 the best Note that they've ever made? Yeah and no. Alright, it is by far the best Note. It really is. But the best Note for me personally was the Note 4. And a lot of people say that. The Note 4 was just a fantastic phone. It was so fast. The screen was great. You had the removable battery. And it could be dropped, and you didn't have to worry about it breaking everywhere on the back. I could use that phone naked. So that was for me the best Note in my opinion for just me. But this is the best Note that they've ever released. Why? Well, it's got fantastic build quality. Well, even though it's glass and it's not my thing, a lot of people love it, and it's built really well. It's up there with the iPhone for build quality and looks. May even look a little better than the iPhone because the curves on the screen. Why is it so good? The screen is second to none. The iPhone X has got a really good screen, and it's made by Samsung, but the screen on the Note 9 is even better. Sounds fantastic. It's one of the best sounding Android phones you can get that don't have the big speakers like the Razer does or anything. When it's just coming out of the earpiece and the speaker at the bottom, it's the sound of it is great, as I've shown you. It's a fantastic multimedia device. The S Pen is now more useful than it ever has been before, and I'm using it more than I ever have done before. It's back to being a Note, whereas the Note 8 kind of slipped. The Note 5 was, it was nice, but you went from the Note 4 to the Note 5 and there was a lot of things taken away. They're back on track with the Note 9. The Note 9 is a true Samsung Galaxy Note product. You know what you're going to get from it. You get a big battery, you get a big screen. It's a two-handed device, or one depending on whether you're used to using the larger phones, but it's just a big behemoth of a device. What makes it different from the other phones? Well, other phones, like in my other video I did with the OnePlus 6 when I first got this phone. This can do everything the OnePlus 6 can do, but it can also do more. Same as the iPhone, same as the Pixel, things like that. It can do everything they do, but this can go that one step extra. They can't have S Pen features. I can't put my camera or my phone down across the side of the room and then take a group selfie by using the click of my S Pen. I can't send the live messages. I can't sign documents and things on the go like I can with this. I mean, I can with apps, but it's nowhere near as precise as this, and it's just a mess. It's just a thummy mess. You need a stylus to do that, and the S Pen is perfect for it. I personally do use the stylus a lot for signing order forms, things like that for my job. It's great not having to wait to come back to the office. I can just, oh really? I'm done. So what this is a productivity powerhouse. That's why it stands above the rest right now when it comes to what it can do and what it can't do. I highly recommend the Note 9, especially if you're in business or you're anything like that, you know, where you've got to sign documents or maybe take photos and then make some changes on the screen and send them. Like I mentioned this in my last video. I could be on a job and we need to make some changes quick. I take a picture of what I need changing, click. I then pull out my S Pen. I then position, mark where I need everything doing. Everything's clear. It's not just a big splodge like on the end of my finger, because I can then take that picture and I can text it to the guys out in the office, in the shop. and they can start making it straight away instead of me wasting 2 or 3 hours waiting for me to get back to the shop to then explain everything to them. It's fantastic. If you love multimedia, this is the device for you. The speakers are great, the screen is out of this world as you've just seen, and if you just love well-built devices, this is also as good as you can get. It's IP68 rated, it's built fantastic, there's no sharp edges or anything, it feels really good in the hand, you're not going to go wrong. I'm going to upset some people now, but if you had to choose a phone for $1,000 out of the 2 phones that are $1,000, unless you really are, and Michael Fisher said this, so I'm not stealing his lines, but unless you really are really deep into Apple's ecosystem with their apps, the music, things like that, it's a no-brainer to buy the Note 9 over it. Samsung have done it. They've hit it out of the park. The Note 9 is the Note to have, and it's the $1,000 phone to own. I love the Note 9. Go out and buy it if you're thinking about it. You won't regret it. Alright guys, let me know if you've got a Note 9. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What's your problems with it? What are your best features of it? Let me know. Come and see me on Twitter at ModernDadR, MODRNDAD, letter R. I'm not going to get into why it's a little different, but come and see me on there. I'd love to talk to you about it. You can catch me on Instagram at ModernDad and Facebook, facebook.com/ModernDad. I'm everywhere. I'm here. See, there's plenty of me to go around. Anyway, let me know what you think. See you later, guys. Thanks.